In this episode of Street Outlaws Australia, presented by Powercruise, we meet 4 more drivers on the list and see how they went at round 3 under lights at Sydney Motorsport Park before we check out some more Outlaws racing action from the night.
I'm Don Perry from Sydney. I've got a Mazda RX-2 Coupe. It has a 20B turbo 3-rotor. It was built by Pack Performance, built by Pack. GTX 55, probably making about just shy of 1,000 horsepower. We can't use that here, obviously. No, unprepped, we can't use it, so it's useless. So we get whatever we have, we can try and put it down to the floor, see how we go. Turbo 400, built by Outlaws Race Glides, best in Australia, probably best in the world. It's got a 9-inch Mark Williams diff. Drive to the track, drive home with a trailer in tow. It's gone 8.0 at 168 mile an hour. It's amazing how full slick works down an unprepped surface. The first event I came round 2 or round 1 here, I had a radial set up. I had 20-inch. I've gone 860 on a 20-inch wheel before. I thought they would do wonders coming here. Came here, blew that set of tyres like completely, and I had another set of radials on 275/15. Put them on, blew them too. So I said the next round I'm just going to copy everyone and see what happens, you know. 33rd, hopefully we can take out another few, but we want to get to, the top, Everyone underestimates rotaries, right? Everything's pistons, so I'm the only rotor, so let's drag some pistons around, by the neck,
Hi, my name's Manos and this is my VK Calais. It's an LS2, LS3. It's got 720 to the back wheels. CMV built it. Power glide in it. It's got a bog warner re-rendered it. It's got a Pro Charger on it. It's got all the goodies that Con CV put in it. We're just racing it and enjoying it. I ended up buying the car probably about 6 months ago to come and race Street Outlaws and have some fun with my family and kids. Yeah, I've got the purple XY Falcon. I've got 4 boys. 3 race, so if I can get another tick and get them in here, we will, you know what I mean? We started at 23, we're at 28 now, going to 29, and we're just upgrading it slowly, going on to slicks and doing suspensions and getting it going so we can get it to go quicker. For me, my family, we're here to have fun. People do take it seriously. Look, I like racing, we have fun, and having the whole family here, it's gold. Can't get better than that.
Hi, my name's Steve Grimer. This is my VK Calais 2 Cruise. Warspeed built iron, actually 5.3 block. We set it up to run 5.7, so it's LS1 internals. CNC Warspeed cylinder heads, 75mm ball Warner, standard ECU, makes at the moment just over 700 at the wheels on the 85. Turbo 400, full manual, reverse pattern, rear ends, a 9-inch 35 spline true track. It's a pretty basic package, to be honest, just something I drive. It's run a best of 9.7 at 138 on the track on 98 pump fuel with a 235 radial under it. To turn up, take the headlight out, race it, drive it home. Well, launch was the car to bring, but at Powercruise, after 9 years of faithful, the car was faithful for 9 years. We actually lost the piston. I smashed the piston and I actually watched it come out the bullhorn, out the side, so that sort of ended proceedings. With the whole coronavirus thing, we just can't get parts, so that's down and out. The VN is getting built. We're supposed to be rushed for this stuff. I don't want to rush that car. It's going to make a fair bit more than this, a little bit more tyre, being mini tubbed, and this thing's just old faithful. It just runs. I've done every event with it. I drive it everywhere. Done multiple drag challenges, Cootamundras. It's part of the family, this thing.
The 2 people I interview are now going head to head.
He called me out, so we're racing.
You're going to do what you got to do.
That's it.
Are you going to get?
Oh, I'm going to give it a go.
Give it a go?
Give it a fair crack.
going to try and make you laugh halfway through.
Nah, it's all good. Hi, my name's Gregory from ASG Motorsports. This is my HR panel van called Hellraiser. So the car's running a LS 427 cubic inch engine that's built by myself at ASG Motorsports. We run twin precision 76mm turbos on this package to keep it so that it's a bit more responsive. And the whole car's built in-house at our workshop, start to finish. It runs a Haltech ECU Nexus R5 package, completely set up and wired by us at ASG Motorsports. All the tuning's done in-house at my shop, and this one makes about 1800 horsepower at the wheels. We work up to it. So basically, like on an event like this, we probably leave the start line with about 480 horsepower, and hopefully by the end of the track we can put around 1200 in it. We really only get to use over 1200 horsepower at the wheels in a prep track environment, at a radial event or something like that. In the no prep environment, we're really struggling to get more than about 1200 down on the ground. Powerglide transmission, Dominator converter. The rear end's a sheet metal diff by Pro 9s, and the fastest we've been is 490 at 149 mile an hour in the 8th mile. The inspiration was from an old green HR panel van many years ago in the APSA series called Frog Stomp, and Brewy's panel van just was an iconic car that opened my eyes to drag racing, and I just always wanted a panel van to do the same sort of thing. Very hard car to find. We managed to come across the car about 5 years ago at a salvage yard. I bought the car extremely cheap. I was never even going to do a build on it. I was going to do a VH Commodore that I've still got the shell for, but I just didn't want to do another Commodore. So I decided to do the panel van, and it's an odd choice, but I love the long roof, I love the panel van, and it's just different. I chip drew 38, and then because of the rain outs, we came down, went back, so I missed an event, dropped 10 spots, ended up at 45 or 47, and then at the last meeting we did 8 races and won 7. I only lost the first race just getting the handle on the track, and then we won the next 7, and I think we're at 38 now. So I'm back to where I started after essentially 3 events. I'd like to get into the 20s tonight, but getting through 8 races is really difficult with the games that get played. Some guys do need time to cool their cars down and things like that. Ours is a street car, so we're pretty much able to hot lap it. Everyone sort of doesn't believe it, but we are able to turn it around and just put fuel in it and go again. So, you know, we'll be hot on their heels just chasing races.
never seen. Even my guys at work don't have long brakes like that.
Next one.
Yep.
We're going straight up.
Straight up, off the bat. How many did you lose tonight?
What's that phrase? Off
Four.
the trailer?
Four. How many did you run?
5.
5. So you got 1 win and 4.
What can you do?
At the end of the night, Dom Perry ended up in 27th, up 5 spots. Steve Grimer ended up 29th in the VK Calais, and Manos in 30th in the VL. Aaron Gregory, down from Queensland, moved up into 31st spot, up 7 spots from the start of the night. This means that most of these guys will end up racing each other at the next round. Now, let's check out some more Street Outlaw racing action. At the end of the night, this is how the top 10 leaderboard looked. Jason Mansueto kept the number 1 spot and Alan Vella kept the number 2 spot after both of them lost a few spots and worked their way back. Brian Thomas charged through the field from 10th to 4th and will be one to watch at the next event. Joe Messina returned to the top 10 and Pat DiFrancesco joins the party as Nathan Gosson and Damien Baker move out of the top 10. Shadi and Johnny Habib moved up 2 spots, while Danny Nabriga is down 4 spots into 8th. Stay tuned for the next episode of Street Outlaws Australia, presented by Powercruise, which sees us head to round 4. How will the list change up this time as the faster cars make their way to the top of the list? For event information and to buy tickets to the next event, head to the Powercruise website, powercruise.com. See you there. Make sure you follow the Street Outlaws Australia Facebook page for even more updates.